positionné avec Hugues de Chonel qui nous rejoint également pour un bon départ de Stéphane Ortelli. Attention derrière, l'accident avec une sortie de piste. Oh, et attention, 2-3 voitures même. L'Audi qui me paraît être l'une des voitures de l'équipe Saint-Aloy, numéro 38, malheureusement percuté dès les premiers instants de ce départ. Oh là là, quelle catastrophe au niveau de ces premiers instants de course, et notamment la Ferrari de Jean-Luc Public et de Ludovic Badet. Vous avez ici à l'image, on peut penser effectivement que personne ne s'est fait mal. On va revenir cependant sur ce qui se passe en tête de course. Henri Assine numéro 2 qui est effectivement le leader. Fabien Barthez en deuxième position. Il est en fait mieux placé que David Hallyday. Attention à la présentation, voilà des panneaux SC. David Hallyday était, on le rappelle, en pole position, et la voiture en fait proie des flammes.
Gadella goes one way, then the other way, and then he just makes a misjudgment because the 86 is on the brakes and young Gadella misjudged it, so he will be the penalty. He will get that penalty for an avoidable incident.
And let's see if we can piece it all together. It all goes wrong in the spray. Big impact. That I fear was Hofbauer, and then others just with nowhere to go piled into him. And look at this, bang, wow, that was absolutely an enormous impact, and there are more to come. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think it was Levin Amveg.
Ahí está, a ver, de Sanirato, ¿no? Recordemos que esto fue en la última parte de la clasificación, para ver lo que puede pasar, ¿no? Con estos autos cuando se van un poquito más allá de...
The wall, sorry shit. Now this was coming back to the restart, and the Corvette was up to speed. The 79 WeatherTech car just got through there on the left-hand side, but something slowed down some of the GTD cars that were in front of the GT Le Mans cars, and I'm not sure how that happened. They don't reorder all of the classes, they just put the prototypes in front. And
yeah, I think that's the concertina effect. You saw everyone braking, just coming down into 10A, they're braking hard. You saw the puffs of smoke, even with the DPI leaders, and there's always a concertina effect. And the farther you go back down the field, the more you're going to have that situation. You can see here the cars in front just slowing, and it's like a motorway pileup. You know, the cars in front stop, then it just has a concertina effect going back. And we were on board, you could see with Jordan Taylor there, and he was braking hard. He saw the hit before it happened. You see him take his hands off the steering wheel, and the impact was so hard that it opened his visor for him. That just gives you an idea of how heavy that first impact was. And he's gingerly getting out of the car, but he seems to be okay.
yeah, that is an ex-Corvette.
But look at that debris on the right there, John, and it's going to be...
C'est voir effectivement comment les voitures se sont toutes mises sur les... Alors, on est sur la remontée, hein, avec un freinage un peu tardif, voilà, c'est ça. Et là. Bon, c'est difficile à apprécier à l'endroit où on est, parce qu'effectivement, quand on est sur le retour droit de cette...
Van Wim Mulders, en dit gaat hier helemaal fout voor Kees Wijsman. Ja, op koude banden.
A championship fight. Here comes a look to the inside from Will Lucas.
And it ends in cont.
After the dipper, so this will tell the story. Wow. That is a long way down the road there.
Stand by.
I wonder, Chad, and you know I like
duties, but in some ways it's actually less intense as we watch Max. Oh, and quite hefty contact into the top, the final corner at Murray's. So Belfort off the road and sliding into it. It was that, yes, there was contact.
Can't quite get to the flank of the leader. He'll have to settle back in line.
Roman knows he's got the advantage coming out of this corner. Contact in the background. Black gets into a little bit of a scuffle with two other cars. Maybe they'll be able to...
Side with Matt Gray in the 64 car.
And Mark Hutchins, I think, is in the 195.
Yeah, and Hutchins got the worst of it as he spun and stayed on the racetrack. But a pretty good impact into the tire barrier, knocking the bodywork loose.
At speed, Winston from third on the grid has jumped up to the front of the class. If you see the smoke, somebody with a spin. That's hard wall contact to get out his way here at the moment, although we got a little wide. That opens the door here.
Speaking of wide, oh, that's a big wide.
Yes, it is, and into the concrete wall.
That's...
Let's look at this again from the other angle.
Oh, wow.
So it started there with Fleck making contact with one.
Couldn't have been more than a couple inches from that wall to the right side mirror. Oh, we already got one off.
And that's a heavy, heavy impact as well. Back of the pack, car 40, Weston Duchin.
Has spun Michael Beloff round. Let's take another look at it here. They're going to come into her frame there. Michael Beloff, well, that view doesn't really give a... From Enzo Deligny, a bit of a poor getaway from De Paolo, but he will hold on to second position. Oh, and an incident straight away. And that is the number 10 of Nikita Bedrin, who is off there. Oh, he spun coming into the first corner. I'm not sure if he had a puncture by that point or if that's just
Either the throttle is stuck, and I think it's really sensible driving here. He gets into the gravel and he tries to get side on to the barrier to try and scrub the speed off. I think that's brilliant driving. Look here, and he certainly was wide off the mark, even just coming into the corner, and was actually has a fairly light impact hit. Look for this year and for the foreseeable future. That moment there, Iron Changun, the late break into the hairpin, and it was Ben Green who got into the back of the BMW.
Auto von SM Motorsport bei Schnitzelheim war ein Klassiker in Hockenheim. Achtung, und dann macht es einmal ganz kurz Tick. Jetzt ist nur der Reifenstapel.
Debut season in ADAC GT4 Germany with the team, and there's a car heavily into the fence. That's the Razzoon More Than Racing Porsche. I believe that's Max Rosam heavily into the fence. This is a look here to see what happened, and was there contact? Yes, there was from car number 11. So that was a fairly sizable impact, and everybody else scattering to not get involved. One of the ME Motorsport.
Ja, tja, du hast ja schön erkannt, Philipp.
Respekt.
Ja, das passiert da schnell, weil der Curb ist der Curb, da geht nämlich der Blick hin. Boah, Übersteuern bekommen wir noch. Ja. Heftiger Einschlag.
For the race, so really pushing very hard and caught the bunch in front. Oh, very strange one there, because it looks as she got on the brakes there, which I think it was possible that she locked a wheel. I think she just got it.
Oh my God, I think I hit the wall on the entry to P9 and out.
Yeah, as you said, turn 9. I think that there might have been something, because it seemed to turn right very
to where they got to be, but and that was the crash from Nicole Havrida.
Yeah, as we say,
swing through the float and then underneath the grandstand. That's how Francis Chia had the issue. Lost the to being passed by Diaz Almeida. Big lock-up, I think, of the right.
And so a fast. Wow. So this is coming out of Hawthorns, and that is towards Westfield. That is 120 miles an hour plus.
Score points in this one as guest drivers or otherwise, but all he needs to do is finish.
We seen that yesterday, didn't we? Running wide and
thus far, because this is now getting to a point where we've got to box for wet tyres.
Oh, and off goes Richard Neary. He's heading for the barriers. Crunch into the tyre wall he goes, and
we get to the inside. We're alongside, the front wheels are nearly level. For me, Petrobelli's gone down enough. Darren Lung, Aaron Howard do phenomenal. Morgan Tilbrook, keep wheel on the inside as he's trying to get down. And I think as he does that, that pops the car up. There, look, he's on the grass. He's into the side of Tilbrook.
Who comes up the middle of everybody in the yellow and black car, and he will be possibly second. Oh, around goes Hadley Simpson, and around goes Cronin as well. Nick White nearly collected. Cronin's going back into the road. It's a big shunt, an enormous pile-up down the hill. Oh, that is a big accident. That is not.
Here comes Harry Cena then in the lead, over the top of Malmström, and actually Cook saying, I know exactly what's at stake for you here. I'm not leaving you a millimetre. Oh, Chris Fraser contacts.
Oh no! Burns hooks it round.
Entry, lots of smoke already. 2 tires out. He goes in a spin from the beginning. Ouch.
Yeah, we'll have a look back at that.
I think that's just a little bit too fast.
Sammy Pottery clipping then that barrier right on the right-hand side.
Run to the first corner, Hal.
Had to make that work, didn't he, Fraser, to have a chance this afternoon. Van der Herbel runs wide. Christensen's up the inside. Oh, we've got a roll in the background. Anderson and Mounier behind. Oh, and he's hit it again and harder this time. Rolls into the barrier and the Joker merge. Here to come out in front of Simon Tiger. This is a big move from the
Tiger's got a problem. He's got a problem. Halley had a problem in the
previous in.
That's on the
Joker section.
Just lost all my paperwork in the wind, and Hal managed to. Hal's reactions are quicker than mine. He's got his. Side of the grid, can he get the whole way across? There's a bit of contact in the background. He can't. Johansson gets into the whole shot. Oh, and ends up at the moment on the outside.
Com grupo motor e um piloto capaz de lutar pelas vitórias. Já temos arranque, é José Fernandes quem vem para a frente da corrida.
A leisurely 209.
Just a casual 209.
Warm up. Oh, we got to spin. We got to spin. Oh, no.
Hard impact here.
Oh my, look at that.
Incredible here, and that's why we see the I was trying to figure out where the damage was coming to the A-pillar.
Michelle, let's see if we can figure out what oh, she got into the Porsche, the number 12 of JD Kuz in SG.
Rubenstein up the inside of Lisa Key. Oh, just tagged her there and sent her for a slide. Ooh, and see Balestra get up on top of Rubenstein's car, and that's where the bodywork came.
Buckley come back in to start his first flying lap with 4 minutes left on the clock.
Oh, and up in the air.
Força a não ter sorte, a ficar logo pelo caminho, assistirmos aliás a essa repetição muito bem. Algo sucedeu na travagem porque Ricardo Costa simplesmente embateu de uma forma violenta.
Kiana Bloom very much the innocent party in that. The two cars getting together, just out-braking himself into the corner. Great to have Daniel Ross here. And a safety car, and yes it is, Daniel Gregor, a big impact into the barrier. You can see the car heavily into the tyre wall. Fortunately,
But a bit of a messy first corner or so, that. It's another moment, and that's Mike Nash, isn't it, that's having a big off. He's off into the tyre barriers at the Craner. Is slotting into the lead. It's Kavanagh in second. It looks like the 15 car in third position of Lewis Barker as they turn their way through Redgate Corner. For the first one, there's some contact. There's 3 cars off in the gravel at the first corner of the... And it's not a particularly good start by Craig Pollard there from the second row of the grid. I think he's across. Oh, there's some contact at the back as well, I'm afraid. 2 wheels off, I think it's, yeah, the Kale's car.
Side by side there for the number 3 and number 77. That's Callum Barnes and Eddie.
Oh!
That's a big one.
That's Eddie Moyer that's gone over there. With
as they came into shot, so he didn't clip him as he spun, he tagged him into the spin. He gets hit again, but the front left damage is already done.
Yeah, very. It's a real shame.